Welcome to Speak and Evolve, where you improve your English while feeding your soul.
Welcome back to my channel, Speak and Evolve. Today I'm sharing my personal journey, the story of someone who used to fear speaking, and what I learned after 30 days of practice. I used to avoid speaking. I'd avoid eye contact, dread speaking in class, and tell myself, I'm just not made for crowds. But then, a 30-day challenge changed everything. Part 1, when I was the quiet one. I don't remember the exact moment I realized I was afraid of speaking, but I remember the feeling. Back in school, whenever the teacher said, "Who wants to volunteer?" my heart would pound, my hands would sweat, and my throat would go dry. Not because I didn't know the answer, but because I was scared of people looking at me. I let others speak for me. I avoided group presentations. I spoke so softly no one could hear, and every time I finished, I thought, I wish I could have spoken up better. I feared being judged, feared sounding dumb, feared people laughing, and honestly, I feared my own voice. That fear followed me into my career. Meetings where I had thoughts but stayed silent. Ideas I wanted to share but didn't, thinking, no one will care anyway. It wasn't that I hated communication, I just feared speaking. Part 2, 30 Days of Change, starting with a promise. One day I read this quote in a book. No one is born a great speaker. It's a skill, and skills can be learned. That hit me like a truth I'd been avoiding. I thought, what if I just try? What if I practice? Could I actually change? So I made a promise to myself. For 30 days, I'll speak every single day, even just 5 minutes, but every day. I called it my 30-day Talk to Myself challenge. No one else needed to listen, just me, myself, and a phone camera. Part 3, the awkward beginnings. Day 1, I turned on the camera, sat in front of it. I said, "Hi, my name is, I'm practicing speaking," and that's it. I froze. Face turned red, stopped the video immediately, thought, this is so awkward, what am I even doing? But I didn't quit, because I had made a promise. Days 2 through 5, still nervous, but I started picking tiny topics. What did I learn today? One thing I'm grateful for, a memory from high school. Each video was just 3 through 5 minutes. I messed up, repeated words, went blank, but I spoke. Part 4, small changes and unexpected joy. Day 7, I rewatched my day 1 video and I noticed. My voice wasn't as bad as I thought. I could smile while speaking. I was starting to enjoy telling stories. I began speaking louder, standing while recording, using hand gestures, and I felt excited. I even started talking to myself while walking, asking questions, answering them, like doing a mini podcast in my head. People probably think I'm crazy, but honestly, I felt free. Part 5, the mind is a muscle. I realized something. Confidence doesn't come first, action does. The more I spoke, the more I felt. My voice is enough. My message is clear. I deserve to be heard. I learned to pause, without shame, to look straight into the camera, like someone's eyes, to forgive myself when I stumbled. I learned, I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be real. Part 6, milestones that surprised me. Day 15, I posted one of my speaking videos online. No edits, no filters. The first comment was, "Your story felt so honest." I teared up listening, and I cried, because for the first time, someone heard me, not to judge, but to connect. Day 20, I joined a group Zoom call. For the first time, I volunteered to speak. Still nervous, but I spoke, and people listened, in silence. I didn't think, am I speaking well? I just thought, I'm being heard, and that's enough. Day 30, I recorded the final video. No script, just one message, thank you, to myself. DNA, Part 7, what I learned after 30 days. Fear only grows when you don't face it. I was afraid because I never tried. Speaking is a skill, not a talent. No one's born great at it, but anyone can improve, with practice. You don't need permission to use your voice. You're already enough, just as you are. When you dare to speak, you start to connect, not just with others, but with yourself. Part 8. Who I am now. I'm not a professional speaker. I still get nervous on small stages. I still repeat myself. I still stumble. But I know one thing. I'm not afraid to speak anymore. And I will never let my voice go unheard again. I didn't practice speaking to become famous. I practiced to become a braver version of myself.
Final message.
To you. If you've ever feared speaking, if you've ever hated your voice, if you've ever avoided presenting, if you've ever thought, I have nothing to say, then I want you to hear this. You have a voice, and this world needs to hear it. Start small, even just 1 minute a day. Record a video just for you. Speak up, even if it's not perfect. Because after 30 days, you might look back and say, thank you, me, for not giving up. If you're ready to begin, comment, Day 1, I'm in. I'll be sharing one speaking tip every week and walking this journey with you. Share this video with someone who needs a little encouragement. You might be the reason someone finds their voice again. See you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep evolving. Subscribe for more English that inspires.